actually talked about homeless youth.
No, because I don't think anyone ever realized it was there.
It was there. Well, I know working in the system, if you're part of the Department of Social Service, which is now the Department of Children and Families, you can, when a youth is 18, they can sign themselves out of foster care, or they could sign themselves in. If they sign themselves out, they lose all the benefits.
Right.
Which I think is even includes a free education. I'm not sure about that one. But if they sign themselves in until they're 21, then they can somehow get housing, I guess, kind of stuff. So something is amiss about that. And it's true, if you're not pregnant or mentally ill or substance abuse, you don't get housing.
Right.
But I wasn't aware that there were homeless youth. I mean, I know coming from New York City, there are homeless youth. That I do know. I'm aware of that.
Well, I was not did not realize till I read the paper yesterday that people here, children here in Worcester, are homeless.
Well, you know, you have runaways. You have people who run away from the foster care system.
Right.
I think what they need to really do, I think it's good that they'll work with Community Health Link on this, which will be okay because they have some, I guess, some housing grants here, funding. What I would suggest is, you know, how to work with this is, let's look at our foster care system. How come nobody's addressing our broken folk foster care system? It's broken. You have some really good families, and you have families who sometimes you wonder how they became a foster care parent.
Right.
But they're not talking about that. And I think we need to also talk about that too. We spend so much money on foster care. So much. You know, we're not in a pro-adoption state, obviously. We either promote abortion or we promote families to keep their kids where we know a certain percentage of them are going to fail and the kids are going to end up in the foster care system.
All right.
So we need to really, let's look at the homeless youth. But nobody wants to talk about that. It just talks about giving, giving, giving. It doesn't talk about the antecedent about how they got there.
Right.
But I wasn't aware of it. See, in New York, I worked as an intern for Travelers Aid. We don't have a Travelers Aid in Worcester. Travelers Aid, if you're homeless, you have somebody to call, and they help place you in hotels or shelters. There isn't a homeless aid in this area. I believe Community Health Link is, or the United Way 211 line is. They have a homeless aid in Boston.
Yeah.
Or say somebody comes out of state and you're a family traveling and you lose money, you can get money from Travelers Aid. I remember that too. We don't have that here. So this is something for people to think about when it talks about homeless youth. Okay, let's look at the foster care system, let's look at our regulations, let's look at our policies, let's look at the antecedents about how they got there. I think that's really important to look at.
Oh, it's got to be very, but where are the parents?
They're living in the homes because of mental illness, substance abuse, pregnancy. Some of them.
Yeah.